New episode of the Figure 4 podcast is out right now where Liv Morgan may cheat with your husband. I told you this before. I warned you about Liv Morgan.
She might, but whose tattoo is worst? Braun Breaker, MJF.
No pukesters helping me to the left, and no pukesters helping me to the right. Didn't need them then, don't need them now.
You are the ex-champion, Morgan.
Now this is the way, Tony and David, that you do the figure 4 leg lock.
Coming at you live from Cousin Tyrone's basement. Actually, you might see a kid pop in. I had my dad's surgery today, so a lot of the kids are in the basement today. It's Dre Rocka. On the other side of the screen is my homeboy.
Yeah, Will Wonder coming live again from Gunther's guest room. Shout out to Monster Energy, Cypher Sound, send us a pallet.
I don't like the way that you say coming.
What do you want me to say, Dre? You got to get over this, okay?
You know what's funny is I say the same shit, but it just sounds different coming from you.
Why? Because of my pigment? Is
you
it my
know
pigment?
why. I'll just play. Oh man, how was your weekend, bro? I know that we just talked, but how was the rest of the weekend?
Yeah. Well, Monday, I, as well as you, did Murph, the workout. Today, Monday would have been yesterday. Today, Tuesday, my legs are stupidly sore. Chest is sore, but nothing like the legs, right? So I'm walking around here a little tight today. But the rest of the weekend was great. Did some stuff with the family. We went to Park City. For those who live in Utah, you know what Park City is. Had a nice little brunch. Went to this dope park up there and just had some nice away time. And then came back home and watched the Celtics end that series, and then get ready for the Mavericks to sweep the Wolves tonight. So
I told y'all he was rich. Went up to Park City to spend some of his riches.
Yeah, well, you had brought up on the one episode you did alone about the dog and the collar and the future dogs. I don't even have the dog, so like the dog, it's going to be a couple more months, and so we're like, let's just go blow some money.
Probably being imported from Saudi Arabia or something.
It's actually a small island called Chinita.
Oh,
yeah. Google it if you broke. Some of you broke bitches won't even understand what that
is. Man, I want to say Verity. It's not Verity. Verity is the clothing brand. Varley.
Varley.
I went to Varley on Sunday, and our friend DJ Bangarang. Hold on, how'd you do it? My friend, our friend, my friend,
your friend, our friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Bangarang and DJ June. That was my first time ever meeting DJ June. He's a DJ here, international DJ. That's what his bio said, international DJ. And I can see why he is international. But he's the DJ over at the Utah Jazz, so he's an official NBA DJ, really dope. They invited me out to take some pictures and do some video work for them for their new show called Afro Paradigm, and it was cool, man. It was
their show.
Yeah, it's like a night, an event.
Oh, okay. When you said show, I thought they were like starting like a web series or something.
They should. I mean, they could.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both personalities, but I get there and it's popping, man. There's a lot of people in there. There's a lot of people of color. It's an Afro beats shindig, a brunch, and
beautiful.
The venue itself, it's smaller. It's like maybe like a 200 person venue. It's pretty damn small.
I mean, Varley's a restaurant, right? It's a restaurant.
Yeah, Ivy and Varley, I think they're connected.
Yeah.
And this place it looked like something out of like Sex and the City. Like, the friends after work, they go and they still in their work attire and get a nice crafted cocktail, Yeah, that was the vibe, but it was cool, man. It was cool. I got some good footage, and it was my first time ever doing like pictures inside of a club and doing that kind of thing. And it was weird because everybody was like, "Hey, man, can you take our picture?"
You're like, it's like that's not really what I'm here for.
It wasn't. I was just there to capture like some interviews and whatnot. But I ended up taking pictures, and some of them came out dope. And so it was cool to like do something different. I was telling the wife, I was like, it's cool to be able to be paid for this type of gig and not have to DJ, you know? And it's an early brunch gig too. Those are fun, right?
Yeah, versatile, Dre. You're just too versatile. You know what I mean? You know what? If you ever decide you want to be rich like me, then you just keep working these jobs.
I'm gonna take that advice. I need that
Go from the
encouragement.
radio, then do pictures, then DJ, and then while you're at it, Dre, you need to become ordained so you can marry. You can marry them,
Mm.
You can DJ that wedding like I have. I'm an ordained minister. Shout out to the church of God or whatever. I'm a part of ministry. I'm a minister. It is what it is. I can marry you. I can DJ your party, but I can't take the photos. You add that element, and you could do the videography. Look at you.
You went to school for it though. Did you
For
have
photos?
wasn't there like a dark room?
Oh, so that's what we're doing. Yeah. Shows how old I am, number one.
Yeah,
And
we'll
number
leave it there.
two, I wasn't developing film in the dark room. No, I'm saying?
That wasn't the only
Developing
thing
something else,
developing.
I'm saying?
Man, we had Raw, man, and what a bang Raw was. We recently talked about not the PLE, but the Raw with Rikishi and Stone Cold, and about how it felt like a PLE, but it was just a Raw, normal, regular show.
Right.
And I got real PLE vibes from this Raw last night. I know that you didn't get to watch the full show, unfortunately. Yeah. Can I just recap some things?
Please do. And Hulu, get your shit together. I hit record. It said will record, didn't record. Go ahead, Dre.
So not first off, but Sheamus and Ludwig had a brawl backstage.
It's Ludwig Kaiser. Go ahead.
Mr. Kaiser. I'll leave that for you. Sheamus, he kept his shirt on. Our dude Ludwig
Kaiser
cut a really good promo. He sounded really nice. We don't really get to hear him talk. He mostly just announces Gunther, right?
Yeah.
But this time he was burning the mic. He was talking. He was letting his voice be heard, and I think it might have stirred up a new wave for him, right? As I think that they're trying to shed Imperium, and I don't know if that's the right move or not, but it almost feels like Imperium is kind of this shift in that whole faction, really. I mean, the group. Sheamus did he put out new energy to the crowd, right? After our boy Drew McIntyre gave him the burger after burger line. Now Sheamus is using that. Banger after banger after banger. He's letting the crowd get into this participation back and forth with him, and it sounded so good last night. It was big energy, and it didn't everything that happened on this Raw didn't shadow what happened before like the main event. Hopefully that made sense. They had their moment.
Yeah, I saw the Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus part, and just like you said, I think that they're trying to elevate Ludwig Kaiser and bring him a little, not necessarily. I mean, listen, we all know Team Gunther over here. Okay, no one's going to take any of his shine, but I think they're trying to get Ludwig Kaiser. That's the last time I'm saying his name like that. Out from his shadow, which is cool. Let him get some stuff going. And Sheamus, Sheamus can go with the best of them. So I'm excited to see, where that leads.
Yeah, man. We did have Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest go back and forth inside the ring, and that was cool too. It's I think Damian Priest is in a place right now where he has to show that he's the leader. He has to show that he's the one in charge, even when everything's falling apart behind him. And how does he do that? He's by reminding people that, yo, I'm your champion. You can say whatever you want. I'm your champion. And if you want it, come take this belt from me, Drew.
Yeah, I liked him and Gunther going at it. I liked him and Drew going at it. Sets up for long-term storytelling that we get into Clash of the Castle, then into SummerSlam. So, yeah, no doubt.
First look at King Gunther since he's won. What were your thoughts on seeing him walk out with that crown? How do you feel like he addressed the crowd? What was your thoughts?
I thought it was dope, and I think he's gotten so much better at doing just that, at talking, and maybe that's why they're comfortable, last time, in splitting up him and Ludwig Kaiser, because they know that Gunther can actually talk. He's He can break off that heelish character, and then he can also talk shit to his opponents, not just to the crowd. So I was all for it. I was very happy, and I love the intro that Ludwig Kaiser did.
I love that Damian Priest isn't looking past
Drew. Yeah.
Even though we have this SummerSlam thing happening, we're not looking past Drew. We know Drew is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
He learned it. What I get from it is that Damian Priest is like, I'm not gonna do what you did. I'm not gonna look past.
Right.
I'm not gonna get blinded, because we all know that's what happened to McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Looking and having this hate in his heart for CM Punk, lost him the title within 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Are they keeping Punk quiet? Like, obviously nothing at the PLE, nothing at the last Raw, I don't believe, and then nothing last night. So we haven't heard from Punk, right? Do we just imagine that he's popping out at Clash at the Castle? Like, is he going to get booed at Clash at the Castle? Because we all know Drew is their guy out there. Like, doesn't matter. Drew's a heel, face, whatever. Going against him, you're going to get booed, which will be interesting because we get Priest going against him, who's kind of shifting into a babyface role.
Absolutely. Who knows though? What if Scotland doesn't embrace Drew?
Oh hell, they love that man. It's like, it's like me in the many cities I've lived in. I go back to them and they just open arms. Rich will wonder.
The people of Mexico love you.
Mazatlan, shout out, love you all. Sinaloa, my people.
Do we see Punk come back at Clash of the Castles? I don't know. I don't remember how it ended last time. Wasn't it him in the ring and then Drew left, right? Didn't they just missed each other backstage?
Yeah.
That was the last time we see Punk.
A weird back and forth between the two of them. Yeah. Because I think Punk was supposed to be in the back and then Drew went to go find him. Then Punk ended up in the ring and Drew had left. And yeah. You know me, just want to see CM Punk get his ass whooped. So that's probably going to be SummerSlam-ish. Thing is, dude hasn't had a match, like a real match, right?
I mean, he did, and then he got hurt.
Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying. Like a real match.
Yeah. 1-on-1. Yeah. Singles match. We haven't seen it. I don't see how he holds up against Drew or Damian Priest, to be honest with you. I think that both of these guys are on the top of their game, and I think that CM Punk has already left the top of his game. And I think he's chasing something that he probably won't get. And I don't see him being a champion. Right. I don't see him tapping Drew. I don't see him tapping Damian Priest at all.
I hope not. We all know how I feel.
Oh man, but a great promo between those guys, a great talk between those guys. It felt good to see them all in the ring together. I thought for some reason when we got Sheamus back, I thought Sheamus would be somewhere in there, especially when he had the dialogue with Drew McIntyre. It hasn't happened yet. I don't know where they're going with Sheamus just yet, but I'm looking forward to see how Damian Priest continues to hold this title.
Yeah, you just wanted me to say that guy's name again, and I'm not going to do it. The guy that Sheamus is starting the feud with. I've said it way too many times. I'm not saying it again. Nope, that guy. But I think you keep Sheamus in that feud in the event. Like, what if Punk isn't ready for SummerSlam? Then that fits nicely. Sheamus, McIntyre. But do you think Punk would have to be ready? Right? Like they gotta be ready by SummerSlam.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
August. Come on, Kodak. Come.
Yeah, I hope so. I need my ski mask.
Yeah.
The woman that I am currently digging so much right now, and we haven't seen her wrestle in the last few months, Maxine Dupree, stops Chad Gable from laying out our guy Otis,
from giving him a whooping.
Man, Chad got into his rock bag. He decided he wanted to pull out the belt and give some nice whoopings.
Yeah.
Didn't happen though.
No, thank goodness. And see, this is where I didn't see. I saw the clip, and maybe you can tell me how this ended, because I saw her stop it. I saw Sammy come down, and then him telling Otis, stick up for yourself, yada yada yada. And then I think Otis hit him or some weird chicanery. I don't know how it all ended though. Like what happened? Like obviously Otis didn't stick up for himself because that would have been all over the place. I would have seen that.
Yeah, that's pretty much where it ended, right? And then they got out the ring, but the highlight of it was definitely Sammy being like, "Yo, like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, come on." He's the good guy that we all want on our side. We all know what has to happen. And Sammy's pushing him to the point where he's like, "Bro, this dude doesn't like you. I've been there before. Yep. I was blinded. I did some things that I had to." This is the same thing we seen with KO and the Bloodline, and now Sammy, and now the person saving Otis is Maxine and Tozawa. Yeah. It's like, you guys got to wake up. I've been here before. You guys are better than this. This guy hates your guts. See it. Wake up. I'm waiting for Sammy to slap him. Like, slap some sense into him.
God, something's got to happen, right? Or is when does this end? When does the abuse end, Otis? Huh? When does it end?
I thought we were gonna see it at holy smokes, what do we just have?
King and Queen of the Ring.
King and Queen of the Ring, but we didn't.
Yeah.
I'm almost over it. I'm almost over it. Like Otis, like if you're big baby, you don't want to stand up for yourself, then hey, forget you and let him just smack you like the daddy that he is right now to you.
Survivor Series, Otis versus Dre Rocca.
Oh no, I don't want no problems. I'll have to phone in friend of the show, Big Bronson Reed, for
friend
help.
Of the show, Big Bronson Reed, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm waiting to see what happens with the Creed brothers, which we've seen with AOP. Did you watch that match at all?
No, I didn't.
Dang, you missed.
I'm telling you, I know.
I thought they were Polynesian. They're not. They're
the Creed brothers. Oh, AOP.
No.
Okay.
AOP.
I'm like,
no.
Yeah.
I think they're from India, I believe. Punjabi.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that India? Punjabi? They speak Punjabi in India?
Don't ask me.
I thought you're Mr. International.
Don't put that on me.
Don't you have a palace out there?
I know what you're trying to do again. You're not getting me kicked off this fucking show before we get to episode 10, okay?
They doubted it. They said, Dre, why is he with you? Don't you ruin his career? Fun fact. Anytime I have a partnership, I ruin their career.
Yeah. Yay, here we go. We've made it. Well, I guess this is what? Episode 5, essentially, but it's pretty much 6 episodes. So
yeah, I meant to ask you that if we're counting the solo like quick breaks
as
an episode.
Hell no.
All right. Did you at least catch New Day and your boy Karrion Kross?
No, tell me.
I
know, bro. Hey, again, Hulu. I put in a support ticket. I'm very upset. Go ahead.
Okay, so
what do I pay this? What do I pay for?
Karrion Kross. It was a quick little promo. Sorry if you can hear the kids in the back. Cousin Tyrone's
I thought it was
basement.
something downstairs in my house. I was like, I'm home alone. What the fuck is that? Okay.
Cousin Tyrone just got home. He's warming up some Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
So we get a quick little promo video. Just a quick little keep the story moving kind of promo. And they're at an ice cream shop, not ice cream truck, ice cream truck, and it's Miz and
I did see that.
R-Truth.
Yeah, Miz and Truth and vanilla and strawberry.
Yeah, he was like, no. He was like, what did he say? He's like, well, you're vanilla. He's like, and you are. He's like,
strawberry. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, strawberry. And then New Day walks up. What were you going to say, Miz?
I loved it. And then they end up giving ice cream to New Day. As we know, Xavier Woods just got he got cleared from medical, so he is good to go. New Day is good to go. And who pops up? The man, the dark one, Karrion Kross, approaching Xavier Woods again to be like, hey, bro, like, you're better than this. You need to shed this New Day stuff before you can actually grow. You still have life in your bones, and I'm here to show you a better way. And Kofi Kingston's like, yo, what?
I'm right here.
Yeah, like, I'm here, homie.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
And Woods, being the loyal man that he is, and man that has had tag team belts and has bled and cried with Kofi Kingston, he stood up. He was like, nah, New Day still has life in him, and we're gonna show the world that we do.
Wow.
and he turned down Karrion Kross's offer, and it looks like we're gonna have some beef between what is Karrion Kross's crew called? The Legion of
doesn't matter
something?
anymore. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. But it sounds like we're gonna be having more feuds between those guys, probably leading up to SummerSlam. We're probably gonna have a really dope match going into SummerSlam, similar to what we had for WrestleMania with the Street Profits and all those guys.
I was gonna say, is there a trend here of who Karrion Kross beefs with?
All the brothers.
Yeah. I wonder what this is though. Like, it's something with him and Apollo and God, why? Jesus Christ, sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, I thought I heard something again. I just don't know where this is going. Like, is he bringing out the dark side, or like what is this? Is it leading to a match, or is it leading to the breakup of the New Day? Because if we're going to be honest, like they did a soft, not a soft, like a breakup of the New Day when Big E was drafted to the opposite show, and then these two have just kind of been together, which has been great. But it's almost to the point where they're just like getting that comic relief, and I'd love to see a breakup where they go at each other in one way or the other.
That'd be fun. That'd be way fun. I actually just watched the Kofi Kingston Randy Orton match where he beat Randy Orton. That was cool. But I'm with it. If we break up New Day and we have a feud between those two, cool. I'm with it.
Yeah.
It's the brothers that aren't brothers that we love to see. You know, we've seen it with the Hart brothers, we've seen it with the Usos. We love that type of.
I mean, Owen and Brett were brothers. They were real brothers in real life, and so
that's what I'm saying.
You said brothers that aren't brothers that are brothers.
No, I'm saying Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods aren't brothers, but it's like if they did feud, it'd be like a brother,
okay,
like Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, and like the Hart brothers. Okay, you all right?
Yeah. We're doing this at a different time, people.
We're doing this at a different time. He didn't watch this show. And Cousin Tyrone's going crazy right now. Let's fast forward to the main meat and potatoes of Raw. It doesn't matter if you watch the match or not, but going back to what I said earlier this at the beginning of the podcast, is that this felt like a PLE. How? With the announcement of a cage match between Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch for the rematch for that women's title.
Love me a cage match on a regular ass show of Raw. And well, you know, it's funny, we talked about that last week on our 2 weeks ago on our throwback, whenever we had that. We're going to talk about it this week on a throwback, and man, here we are on Raw last night. Cage match, women's title, some run-ins, right? You get Braun chasing JD McDonough, like he's going to kill that man. You know what I mean? He's going to kill him when he gets a real hold of him. And then
he's still running after him right now.
And then we get what are we calling it? The kiss of death? Or because one way or the other, either Mama's going to kill Mommy. Ooh. And Mommy is going to kill him, or I don't think. I mean, Liv's kind of into him. She laid that. It wasn't great, right? Like he was sitting there pretending like he didn't want it. Like, come on, Dom.
What's he just got married too? What's he gonna do?
He did. Yeah, and
he had a broke arm. He can't
if
move.
We're living in kayfabe, Dre.
My bad.
Is with Mommy.
He's with Mommy.
Kayfabe pledge T-shirts coming soon.
Yes, pledge. My bad. But even before then, though, there's a part where man, we didn't even talk about Braun Breaker just ruining my.
Hey, let's get to that real quick. Can we go to Braun Breaker?
Braun Breaker break.
Didn't even put the last week when we talked about his tan. I was thinking about like his tattoo looks oddly familiar. I don't know why it just clicked with me.
Goldberg
watching last night. Goldberg. He has the Goldberg tattoo. He's doing the Goldberg spear. What is happening? How did I not pick this up?
You hate Goldberg.
Top 3 most overrated wrestler in the history of wrestling.
next to Edge and who else?
That guy, the guy who hasn't wrestled a real match in WWE since he's came back.
There you go. Your top 3. He hates CM Punk, Edge, and Goldberg.
I don't hate them. I just think they're overrated, and they got way too much shine. But the Goldberg tattoo, like, you just get it covered up, bro. Do like when Rock had the old school Brahma Bull and it started to fade, and he got that massive fucking arm piece. Braun Breaker needs to get something there quickly, because if he keeps doing this spear and also that stuff, it's a little too, like, don't do it. It's a little too Goldbergish.
He breaks it up with the woof.
Okay, yeah, the dog. Yeah, well, that's his dad. Okay, that's his dad's side. But I got to do something with that. I do love how we're advancing that storyline, though, and we don't have to spend too much time on this. It came to mind when you brought it up. Covered up that tattoo. And
a lot of respect between Dragunov and Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet, he says, "Yo, I want him. I want Breaker. This dude blindside me.
Mm-hmm.
He this is messed up. Pierce, give me him tonight. I want him tonight." He's like, "Dude, I suspended him. He's not even here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Give me somebody." And then who pops in?
There he is.
Our good old friend Dragunov.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you did to me. We'll run it back when you're better. I don't break broken men. He said, incredible. I love these two. And even right now, where it's like during a really good high performance match the first one, the energy, Ricochet's hurt. You could tell he's holding on to his ribs. He's really, really in bad shape. And Ilya Dragunov's just going in on him. He knows he's hurt. He knows he hit him. He's blowing kisses to Samantha in the corner. Like, it's for your boo. Going in, and then boom, out of nowhere. At first, I didn't realize who it was. I was like, who the hell? And then, I seen the tan.
Yeah, and the shitty tattoo when the shirt came off.
Oh, man, if he gets some sparkling pyro, it'll be amazing.
And they just knock on his door. Braun, your match time.
He goes to shit, man. He goes ape shit on both of them.
Yeah.
And hits them both with huge spears. And it leads me to wonder, like, is it going to be a triple threat match? Like,
I think it has to be. Yeah.
Right?
And Ilya Dragunov's just like, listen, why? Just fight this guy. But Dragunov's always in for a fight. That's one of my, we talked about him a while ago. One of my favorite newer wrestlers for sure.
Absolutely. I didn't think that we would see Braun Breaker like continue this spiral on Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be just be one and done, but no, I think we see a triple threat match, probably SummerSlam, probably leading up to SummerSlam, and I'm all for it. I want to see this guy actually work with these guys, Like we've seen him do his tag stuff with Corbin. We've seen him work with Corbin, but I want to see him actually work with main roster guys. Even though Dragunov came up pretty much the same time, but
right.
I want to see those three go at each other. I want to see what Dragunov and Ricochet can do to him. Are they going to hit a 3D? Are they going to hit something crazy off the top rope?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I would almost assume it happens at Clash at the Castle. Like just make it happen there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe they drag it out to SummerSlam, or maybe it just continues through SummerSlam. So I don't know, but yeah, Breaker, love him. Just tattoo, get rid of it, and take it easy on the orange.
What's up with Liv Morgan, man? She the all CNI man. Like,
I don't know.
Subliminal messages.
Yeah.
You didn't get to watch that full match, huh?
I didn't see the match. No, I saw the stuff on Instagram. I saw the kiss. I saw Braun coming down and then the cage hitting the man. Is she done? Like, they're talking about like she might be done with WWE for a little bit? What is that?
Well, that's what my understanding is. Her post on IG said to be continued, and then it was her walking off into the sunset.
Don't go to AEW for God's sakes. Don't just don't. Okay, go ahead.
I don't see her leaving the company. I think the man has too much real estate in the company. They've invested a lot into her.
Yeah.
I don't think she leaves. I think she goes on sabbatical. Maybe she's trying to have another baby before she gets too old. She went on a tour for I know, right? Who am
Jeez.
I to say that?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Hey, kayfabe, all right. That's not how it works, Dre.
Just disrespect. You can't just say kayfabe after calling a woman too old to have a child. Go ahead.
There's science. I think that I don't think she's done. I think she's just on sabbatical. I think she's gonna go take care of the baby, you know, and hang out with her husband who's on a leave right now too. I haven't heard if he had any type of surgery or anything like that, but he's healing up.
Yeah.
I think that this gives a chance for I've always said this since we started this podcast, is that WWE has a great problem in that they have a lot of superstars, potential superstars, right?
Yeah.
So while we miss Mommy, we also have had great matches with the other women that are here, you know? And same thing with Seth Rollins. Like Monday Night Rollins was a thing. Monday night was Seth Rollins. He carried
visionary. Yes, absolutely.
And now it's like I personally love Seth Rollins, but he's not super duper missed. And once he comes back, it's gonna pop again. You know what I mean? But that's all praises to the current athletes that we have on the roster right now, that are showing up, that are giving us great promos, that are carrying great matches and keeping us engaged. You know,
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. It's like this podcast. If I'm out buying a dog leash, you're there. Doesn't matter. We don't miss a step. Now, if you have to do something, I jump in here and record. You know, that day will come at some point. But yeah, it's just too much talent in WWE, too much talent on the Figure 4 podcast.
Bingo. Now obviously Dom was surprised by the Kiss-a-roni. One thing that we failed to mention earlier is that Liv was seen backstage with JD Dunham.
JD McDonough.
Did you see it?
No, but it's JD McDonough.
JD McDonough. That's what I said.
You said JD Dunham.
JD Dunham. There's no Mick. You hear the Tyrone's little homies. JD McDonough. So who was it? Was it Strowman? I forget who it was. Oh no, it wasn't Strowman. It was Braun Breaker. It was the Braun Breaker when he was backstage and he was back there with Priest, our Pierce. You see in the background, Liv Morgan and JD talking, and JD walks away looking kind of frustrated. So what is this? Is this JD trying to tell Liv like, yo, you need to stay away, you need to back up, and Liv being like, nah.
Is this Yoko Ono breaking up the Beatles? Liv Morgan break. I mean, I don't want to say the Judgment Day is the Beatles of WWE, but you know, it's just comparison. But maybe I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but the kiss, it's, you know, yeah, it was a thing for sure. Where does this go? Because let me tell you something. I love Dom in this role, but I want to see Dom in some, after he's healed. I need to see him in some matches, and I need a storyline. This is great, keeping him top of mind for us while he's hurt. But after this, he needs to get into something. Maybe he's a U.S. title type of guy. Maybe he's hopping into that IC. He has way too much heat to just be out here causing women to lose titles. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to see him wrestle.
Yo, Liv Morgan got nothing but mustache.
Oh, yeah, it was weird, wasn't it?
That was horrible.
God, it was a weird one. Yeah.
Do you feel like they were promoting that Bananas baseball team a lot this episode? Did you?
Again, I don't know. What? Was there a lot of it?
Yeah, there was like the full front, like the roster was right behind Michael Cole and Pat
McAfee.
Pat McAfee the whole time. Pat McAfee had a banana in his hand. They had the logo in the background.
Yeah.
I thought these guys were gonna jump in and like do something, but
like the old what was the cheerleading team? Because the era I didn't watch, there was like a whole cheer squad, and maybe Dolph Ziggler was a part of it. I don't remember, but yeah, like those guys. But these guys are baseball players.
Have you seen those baseball the banana?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah,
I think they came here.
Really?
Yeah, I think they came to Smith's Ballpark Stadium before.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Liv Morgan won, which led to us talking about Becky Lynch probably being done for a while. If she goes to AEW, I doubt it. I don't know if she has like a contract up, like kind of thing. I don't know if it's that type of situation right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, go get your money.
Right.
If Homeboy's gonna give you a bag like he just gave MJF, because did you see the highlights on that? The
Yeah, I
promo that
did.
he cut?
It was great. But I want to say one thing about MJF. If he, got a big bag, that tattoo was awful. That's
Shitty.
like that's like below a jail tattoo because you can get some cool stuff in jail from friends that have been there and I've seen their tattoos when they get out. But this was like a beginner tattoo. Like, what was that?
Somebody in the back.
Oh my God. I was like, please tell me that's not real because
Oh,
that is terrible.
the back of his leg hairs were gone. I was like, oh, that's real. That's real. That's fresh. That's about a week to 2 weeks old, and is awful.
But he might get me to watch AEW some more because I love MJF.
This is what I was going to ask you: is that him cutting that promo, does it entice you to watch MJF and AEW now?
Oh, he was the one that I followed. Like, and I follow the some of the stuff, you have like the Elite and you have Team AEW last night, and we're getting away from WWE for a moment. What is it? Anarchy in the arena. I don't know. It's just like the Bucks I don't like the Bucks like as wrestlers or as personalities. I just never have, even when they were like the shit in New Japan. Darby Allin that was kind of cool. He lit Jason Priestley's son on fire, right? Jungle Boy or whatever they're calling him now. Just kidding. I know what he's called. That's just disrespecting AEW. Mercedes Moné wins the title in her first match. Like, I don't know. I saw the highlights. I just don't like AEW. Love MJF. Was really, really hoping he was going to WWE, but he's not fucking leaving.
Hey, for you
and
to
that's
say
a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
That's solidified, because if he ends up going to WWE, which he probably could in the next 10 years, I think he's under 30 years old, right?
He's very young, yeah.
Young guy. So if he ends up going to the WWE, that video ain't gonna age well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it ages perfect. Maybe they write it in.
Well, when AEW gets bought out by the TKO,
which could happen.
Yeah, exactly. I love the line though. I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon. I was like, ooh, that was pretty fire there. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. That was very good.
Yeah, man. Him and Braun Breaker got the same tanning lady. Pretty dope.
Yeah.
Somebody said, how he come back in blackface?
And with the old Triple H outfit, like, what was that? That was weird, huh?
Yeah, Triple H was probably like one of his favorites. So,
oh, no doubt.
Paying homage to him.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna start dabbling into. It's just a lot of wrestling, bro. It's a lot of wrestling, and I already feel guilty watching Friday, Monday, and PLEs.
Like now you gotta watch Saturdays and then Wednesdays with AEW, and yeah.
And with playoff basketball, maybe after the finals. I'll start to dabble into some Saturday shows or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we have really next thing is SmackDown. We'll don't even know what to expect with SmackDown. Maybe some Jade and Bianca stuff. Bailey, we need Bailey to pick it up. Now's the time to step up on Bailey. We don't know what's going on with Bailey. We need Bailey moving.
Uncle Howdy, is it time? Is it time for him? Because where's Cody going? Where's Cody going? All right, Logan Paul, he beat him. Is it going to continue, or is Howdy finally showing up? There was so much speculation that Howdy was going to be at King and Queen of the Ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we even had the little code thing again, QR code, and which I was like, oh, okay, it's happening. And then you watch it and you're like, okay, it's not happening yet. A lot of speculation. Again, kayfabe only. I'm not reading any dirt sheets or rumors. So I'm just sitting here waiting for Howdy and the other guys pop on up.
Come on out.
Gals. Yeah. Come on, Howdy. It's time.
Is it safe? There was a moment where Strowman was getting jumped He was getting jumped by the Judgment Day, and I was like, "Is this it? Are we gonna see some fireflies? Are we gonna see something happen to where Watt family has to come and save him?"
Yeah. It makes me feel like Strowman's not going to be a part of it.
That's exactly what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Is that it sounds like he's not going to be in it. They've already showed him. He's kind of already picked his beefs. I think he's targeted on Judgment Day right now. Well, JD to be specific. But I'm excited to see him, man. I want him to be here already.
Yeah, I think it has to be a SmackDown thing.
Mm.
We need some monster heels on SmackDown. Plenty of heels on Raw. So let's it's this Friday. Let's go, Howdy, Uncle Howdy, and the Wyatts or whatever we're calling the crew. We need it to happen. Okay,
Bring them out. Bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Swizzy. Howdy.
Where the hell is Jay-Z, man? Why is Jay-Z hiding? Where are you at, Jay? Hov, where are you, man? No, actually, probably stay away for a while, man. Stay away, please. I don't want anything to come out on Hov right now, man.
Yeah, if it does, I'm shutting down stuff for a while. You won't hear from me.
Yeah. So you want to take us through the throwback match of the week?
We doing the most valuable or no?
Oh yeah. For me, I would say. I mean,
don't jump in. Let me do mine first because I always let you go first.
Go
I only have one this week because I didn't get to watch enough for Raw. Liv Morgan.
You're frozen. Whoa. Do that again because you were like frozen for a minute.
Oh, that's weird. I'm here now. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Was that an Uncle Howdy thing? Did Uncle Howdy just come in here and just let us know he's going to be here Friday? Huh? If it is, we're clipping that and we're playing it Friday night. Oh, you just froze. What the fuck? All right, let me get this out. Again, I'm home alone. You aren't in Tyrone's basement or wherever.
Yep.
Liv Morgan wins the title at King and Queen of the Ring. Has the moment of Raw with the schmooch heard around the wrestling world. Further the story with Rhea. Rhea's not even there, and Liv is carrying the storyline now. The man's gone. Liv Morgan, my most valuable wrestler of the week.
I would echo that, man. I think Liv she's solo, right? She's by herself. She doesn't have a manager. She doesn't have nobody else speaking for her. She is carrying this storyline while we wait for mommy, and she's setting it up perfectly. She is embracing the hate, and living in 2024, we know that there could be a lot of people talking a lot of different mess on Liv Morgan right now, and what she decided to do to break up and hit where it hurts. You know, with her telling mommy, "I'm coming for you. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to take everything from you." Let's start with your love. Let's start with the love of your life. Dom,
let's start with your title.
Oof.
Your love. Oof. Your life. That little Jezebel's coming to take it all.
Oh, she is coming for everything. She is here. Liv Morgan has arrived, and I love every single moment of it. She is she's destroying the Judgment Day. A lot of help from other people, and Braun Strowman. Oh, maybe Strowman kind of helps her out. I don't know, but I'm here for it, and I thought it was a cool cage match. I want to see Liv be more active. I think she's going to be an active champion, and it's just exciting to see. So definitely most valuable wrestler.
Yep, there you go. First time we've agreed on that one. Well, I guess we agreed before, but I had other options. Okay, classic match of the week. Dre, you weren't watching at this time. I was watching, and this is why I wanted you to see it. I loved this match. I loved this short storyline. This all intertwines with us having cage matches on Raw, Uncle Howdy coming back, number of things. Okay, classic match. Monday on Peacock, or as Dre likes to call it, the cock. Monday Night Raw, season 22, episode 2. This is the main event of Monday Night Raw. So it's Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan versus the Usos in a steel cage match. Now, the reason they're having a steel cage match is earlier in the show, the very first match, there was a disqualification. You get the Wyatt family coming down, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, rest in peace. Luke Harper, such a good wrestler, good character. But they interfered in that match at the beginning, causing disqualification. So we get the cage match where no one can get in. Kayfabe only, and that's the truth. One thing I want to get from you, Dre, And again, this starts at about if you're watching on Peacock, it's about the 2-hour mark. So if you want to fast forward to that, there's a lot of things I have here, but I want to hear your thoughts on this match, Dre.
Instantly, I got confused on why I was late to Bray. I was late to the Wyatt family, but I loved them. I loved the whole aesthetic of them. But it really dawned on me. I was really confused when I was watching this. I was like, why did Bray light the candle just to blow it out real quick? It's like, Bray, man, you just we're here. And then he comes out with it lit again. I was like, I was really confused.
You get the fireflies going. That's why.
Okay. So but it just gives you chills, and even now after his death, it gives you chills seeing him, and especially if you watch the documentary on him. It gave me chills just seeing his creative mind work and live and go. Like he was going down to the ring with Daniel. It's just like, holy smokes, like this dude was really living his dream. And they come out to the cage, awesome. And then the Usos, hearing the Usos come out, not to the typical bloodline look, with the typical bloodline look or sound, and them having the matching face paint, pretty much matching facial hair, matching attire, and doing the haka, and it was just really, really different from the Usos that we know now.
Right.
And even seeing Kane come down,
Corporate Kane
come down, it was just like, oh man, this is so different. And but hearing King Lawler, I think it might have been Michael Cole that was commentating, hearing them refer to the Usos as the Usos, even if they were talking about a specific one, made me realize that they couldn't tell the difference between the two.
And it was hard for me back then too. I was like, okay, because they also they weren't treated as characters, like excuse me, individual characters. They were treated as a tag. It's like, oh, Jimmy and Jay. And then it's like, well, which one is which? They never like had their own storylines like with the bloodline. So yeah. Yep.
And they get right to it. As soon as that cage is closed and we hear that bell ring, they get to it. They're putting hands on each other. They're going at it. The Usos are getting their ass whooped. Oh my gosh, the selling on this match was great. It was a really fun match to watch for the first time years later. What year was it again?
2014.
2014.
Yeah,
I definitely wasn't
January of 2014. Yep.
I definitely wasn't watching during that time. So to see these guys that I've seen wrestle before, but to see this match specifically, it was, if you would have told me, yo, Bray and Daniel fought the Usos, I'd be like, really? Like that's a weird mix. Even aesthetically, like you got these guys, they're grunge, they're wearing their Dickies and just like the cowboy boots and beards, and then you have the Usos that are, they have their shiny, almost patent leather shorts on, and they're all oiled up, and the face paint. It was a different aesthetic, and you get to see the birth of the chant. The ooh, so ooh, so when I say ooh, y'all say oh, you know what I mean? So you see the birth and kind of like how it evolved to what we see today. Overall, great match. I'm glad you put it in my lap. Pause. And yeah, that was wild. That was crazy.
Holy smokes.
Was nuts. Great finish. Man, having everybody chant and be behind Daniel Bryan was really dope. The yes chants just went off. Yep. It was one of those moments where the hair stood up on your arms, man. If you have a chance to watch this, definitely go watch it.
Yeah, no doubt that the Usos were very young, very earlier in their WWE careers. And like you said, who was Jimmy, who was Jay? At that time, they didn't have real characters apart from just being brothers, right? And being that tag team. The Daniel Bryan Wyatt family storyline felt like it was maybe a month and a half total, but it was so fun. Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt at this time, these were my two favorite wrestlers in WWE. Like Bryan could do so many things, Wyatt with his storytelling and again doing everything. And so many people were behind Daniel Bryan at this time. The yes movement was enormous, and you see that at the end. That visual of when Brian finally breaks away from the Wyatt family or from Bray's control, similar to, I mean, it's not going to be similar with Otis and Perk, but that type of thing to where it's like, finally, yes, you're out of it. Him on top of that cage and the yes chance, like that picture lives. I mean, it's like one of those moments where it's like, it's just a Raw, but that moment lived in my mind and still does. Like, and I don't think about it often, but when you think about wrestling in moments, that was just like, wow, that was something special.
And again, not a
Loved it.
PLE, it was a Raw.
Exactly.
And it brought that emotion. It brought so much, and it's hard to believe that a lot of people. I mean, earlier in that Raw, you had Cena and who was it, Randy Orton, that beat up Cena's dad.
Yeah,
there was a lot going on. And
Randy. Oh, and then you had Cody and Goldust as the tag champions. Did you see that? Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Yeah.
Yep. And you get to see a young Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch all the matches through instead of just skimming through. But you get to see. I don't understand why it wasn't, and maybe it was. Maybe I was just asleep, but it didn't feel big. But I feel like it had all the makings to feel as big as it is right now.
So I would say this about that time period. You had the moments where The Rock came back, which got me watching again. And you had Cena doing his thing, but it wasn't like it is now. Vince's storytelling wasn't, you had moments like that where you're like, wow, but that was kind of like a flash in the pan for that time, right? Where oftentimes you would watch Raw would be over and you'd be like, God damn. And I think at that time Raw was 2 hours. I could be wrong. Maybe it was 3. But you were like, man, I just watched all of that and I'm not getting an answer. Everything, it just felt like was always leading up to the pay-per-view, which it still does. But some of those episodes would just be complete throwaways. Like you'd get a Zack Ryder match, and shout out to Zack Ryder, but it was just like, man, what the hell? Like, why did we even have that just now? And funny enough, I don't know why Zack Ryder just popped in my head, but Zack Ryder, the first opponent I ever saw for Bray Wyatt was Zack Ryder at a house show here in Salt Lake.
Wow.
Yeah. And we were like, oh, Zack's going to get a win. And you're frozen again. I'm telling you, Howdy's coming, bro. Howdy is on the way. But Zack Ryder, I remember me and my boy, your boy, Jazz Nation going to the a house show here in Salt Lake City. Zack Ryder comes out. We're like, oh, he's finally going to get a win against some guy nobody knows, because NXT wasn't really like what we thought it is now. I didn't watch NXT. Out comes Bray Wyatt talking, no music. He's just talking on the mic. Gets in there, beats Zack Ryder. We're like, fuck, man, Zack Ryder can't even get a dub at a house show against a guy that no one knows. But it was that moment when I saw Bray Wyatt and the way he was talking, it was like, Southern cult leader, religious type of guy. And you were like, that guy's he's got something. And then it just, man, from there took off.
One more time, the season and episode to watch that Raw.
Yep. Season 22, episode 2. And again, it's the main event. You could watch the first match because that gives you the why this happened if you want. The first match of the episode. But I think it starts right around the 2-hour mark of the episode.
Highly suggested. A fun match to watch. If you got a match that we should be checking out, you can reach out to us on Instagram or on Twitter or X. At figure the number 4 podcast. Reach out to us, let us know. Make sure you're following us. We're on the road to 40 followers on Instagram. Hey, salute. Yeah, we're heading there.
Buddy.
We're working, man. We're working here.
Yeah.
Wonder, you want to tell the people anything else?
Let's do a giveaway. Okay, this is episode 5, official episode 5, not our Dre solo or our after King and Queen of the Ring, episode 5. So we have, what would you say, 36 followers on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. We need to build that. Okay. We all know how it goes. Like, social media is the devil, but it also is the best form of advertisement that you can have. So here's the deal. My guy Dre, who is a whiz at these reels, he's a young buck, knows the technology and all that. He's going to make a reel. Okay. On that reel for this episode, what I need you to do, and I guess it could be a couple reels. Anyways, any of the reels for this episode, I need you to tag 3 friends, any of your wrestling friends who you think might be interested in this type of thing. Tag 3 of your wrestling friends, and then I need you to comment on who your favorite wrestler of all time is. It's that easy. You get an entry. What was that? What were you just doing there?
I was texting.
Oh, you're texting. You get an entry, and let's say, you want to add a couple of friends. So 3 friends in one, do another one. There's 2 entries. Okay. And next week, live on episode 6, we will draw a winner. What do we say, Dre? $25?
Yeah.
Is it worth it? $25. Okay. And then it's easy. It's 30 seconds of your time. Let your friends know that you enjoy this show, that you enjoy wrestling. They enjoy wrestling. We enjoy wrestling. We should all be friends on socials. Okay. So make it happen. Figure number 4 podcast on Instagram, the reel that Dre puts out because he's a whiz with all this. Okay. Yeah. And I'm too rich. I'm over here making money doing other shit. Can't do these reels.
Scrooge McDuck over there.
$25 to your Venmo. And if you don't have Venmo, then I don't know what you're doing, and we'll figure another way to get it to you.
For real. Yeah. So definitely go do that. We're gonna give that away. And if you don't like wrestling, it's $25.
It's $25. Maybe you know somebody that does like wrestling. And if you don't, and you've made it this far in the episode, shout out to you for just sticking through and not knowing what the hell we're talking about. Because I mean, I didn't watch this week, and I didn't know what the hell I was talking about.
we can't be 100% every time. You know what I mean? Yeah. We can't. You know, we're working here. Yeah, we're both fathers and husbands, and
we got other jobs. You know,
yeah, what I mean? For real. Yeah. But hey, if our show is good enough for friend of the show, Big Bronson Reed,
shout out to Big Bronson Reed, friend of the show.
It got to be good enough for you.
Yeah.
So definitely tune in, tap in, win this shmoney. Follow us.
Shmoney.
And he knows all
Here
about
comes the shmoney. Here comes the shmoney. Shmoney.
But that's what we need to get on the pod. We need to, ask him. All right. Man. What's your first question if you ask him something?
Well,
can't be nothing about.
No, that's not Vince. That's Shane.
That's what I'm saying. It can't be nothing about his dad.
Oh man, I got so many questions for Shane McMahon. I want to ask him about Kurt Angle throwing him through the screen. I want to ask about what was going through his mind when he, tore the quad at Mania that I was at and had no idea it was that it was actually real. When you're in there, you're like, wow, what? That was a weird little thing. And then they're carrying him off.
What do you mean real? We live in kayfabe.
You're right. Kayfabe pledge. I was like, oh my God. Is he okay? And then, man, I would just have so many questions for him. I'd want to know what he thought about like the whole Ministry of Darkness time, the corporate ministry time, what it was like buying. I could spend hours with Shane McMahon and not ask him a single question about the stuff his father's accused of and potentially did. I don't know. I haven't followed the story close enough.
Yeah, no doubt. I would have just asked him what it was like hitting that elbow from 30 feet up. How was that?
And then the coast to coast that there's just so many questions for that guy.
Yeah, salute. If you want to follow me on my personal Instagram, you can follow me at DreRocka, DRERAWKA, or on Twitter.
DJ Will Wonder on Twitter as well. Finals gearing up after, again, Dallas gets that sweep, more than likely. I don't know, tonight, I think so. But that's not till next week. So there's going to be a lot of wrestling talk in the meantime. Finals don't start till next Thursday, I believe. So tap in.
If you are a mixed martial arts fan, you can see I'm wearing my Damage Plan MMA hat. Fierce Fighting Championship has their number 32 happening this Friday night at the Maverick Center. If you're in Utah, come on out. You can get tickets at fiercefightingchampionship.com. I will also be at a bar named Sue June 1st for UFC 3 something. I forget which number it is, but I'll be there if you want to come hang out. I'll be at a bar named Sue in Salt Lake City, 8136 South State Street. Bring your punk ass friends.
Ooh, bring them. And if you go and you take a picture with you and Dre, I don't care if he's DJing, I don't care if he's sitting there eating a salad, I don't give a shit what he's doing. Take a selfie with Dre and you get 2 entries into this $25 giveaway next week. You got to post it, or you at least got to put it on your story and tag Dre, tag Figure 4 Podcast. We're going to do more giveaways as this show just blows up, but this is where we're starting. Okay?
Absolutely. All right, I gotta go help cousin Tyrone, man. I hear him over there grunting. Like,
Do that, please.
in
For
my
the
hot
love
pockets.
of God. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go help cousin Tyrone. Hopefully you enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your punk ass friends. Peace.
Peace.